y'all, it's Jessica from Sloppy Swatches. Today I have a look at the Glam Polish January 2019 limited edition fan group exclusive. So if you aren't aware, Glam Polish does do a really cool duo for their fan group over on Facebook every month. You will get a special coupon code if you go ahead and join that group, so I'll go leave it down below. This month is inspired by Harley Quinn and the Joker from Suicide Squad, and I'm really excited to get into these. So I'll go ahead and jump right into the swatches. So first up is Hey Puddin', and this one is of course inspired by our very lovely Harley Quinn. So this one is described as an off-white curly hollow with blue and magenta holographic glitter, ultra hollow glitter, and multi-chrome flaky. So this has tons of color going in on that white, kind of off-white base. It does have a touch of gray in there. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to apply it for me on my natural nail. This does have a bit of a curly formula, so it's definitely one you're going to want to build up, but all of these elements will really come together gorgeously in this polish. So I did get a good amount of glitter there, a good amount of flakies. I am going to go ahead and let that dry down and then show you how it built up for me with a second coat. So here's a look at that second coat. It does amp up that coverage, adds a little bit more depth here, more glitters and flakies. It wasn't completely opaque for me. However, if you do have shorter nails or not as harsh a visible nail line, you may be able to get away with the 2 coats of these, especially if you kind of manipulate those flakes more towards the tip. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how it's applied for me with a third and final coat. This one did for sure bring this polish to complete coverage. I do really recommend going in for that third coat. These are really easy to work with and they dry down really well, so it's not an issue at all. Here's a look at that completed mani at 3 coats before a glossy top coat underneath artificial lighting, and then a quick view from a different angle with a glossy top coat. I do recommend using 1 coat of your favorite glossy top coat just to help smooth out that finish a little bit. So this is my final swatch photo at an angle underneath artificial lighting. So next up is All That Chit Chat's Gonna Get You Hurt, and this one is inspired by the Joker. So this one is described as a bright lime crelly with iridescent flakes and ultra hollow glitter. This one is blindingly, amazingly neon. I think this is gonna be perfect to get us amped up for those summer months, and I really loved how this looked on my nail. So here's a look at that first easy coat. This one is described as having a crelly formula, so you can already tell that you are gonna need to build this one up a little bit. It really is worth it, especially for how opalescent those flakes build up on the nail. So I'm going to go ahead and let that dry down and then show you how to apply it with a second coat. 2 coats does add more of that flashy neon green and of course more of those flakies, but it's not completely opaque for me here. So I am going to go ahead, let this dry down and come in for a third and a final coat, and this is going to bring this polish completely opaque. I think that there's not a lot of texture going on, but if you wanted to go in with a coat of glossy top coat and then a matte top coat, I think that would make for a really stunning finish. It's really going to bring those opalescent holographic flakies to the forefront. So here's a look at that completed mani at just 3 coats before a glossy top coat underneath my artificial lighting. This is just as neon in person. Here it's pulling a little bit brighter than it is, but still very, very vivid. So this is a view from a different angle underneath my artificial lighting. And then this is my final swatch photo at an angle, again, under that same artificial lighting. So that does wrap up my swatch and review of the Glam Polish January 2019 limited edition of fan group exclusives. These will be releasing on Friday, January 4th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time USA. I'll go ahead and link their storefront down below. A big, huge thank you to Glam Polish for sending these my way, and I'll have more with you soon. So if you'd like to see more, you can also follow me on Instagram at Sloppy Swatches. So thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.